Even though Ethan is the younger brother, he helps Jeremiah find words to describe how he's feeling. He helps by bringing comfort and a deeper understanding to Jeremiah's brightest pain. Ethan is a rock star. He's motivated to do good through good. And even at this young age, understands that hard work is and how to set goals and take steps to achieve them. The Southwest Cyclops would like to join Team Ethan and help raise awareness and drive for his cause. In Canada, 3 out of every 1,000 kids will be diagnosed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Ethan Goldman! If you need to have both captains support for the ceremonial ball drop. Thank you. And one more time, fans. Let's hear it for the great Ethan Goldman. We would now like to welcome to the floor students from Art Music Academy to sing tonight's national anthem. We now have section, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of O Canada.
Welcome inside of the Syl Apps Community Centre lacrosse fans. Spencer Tangwa here to bring you today's C-Lax lacrosse game featuring the visiting Niagara Lock Monsters, who are wearing their purple with white trim and red numbers as well. On the other side of the floor, it's the hometown Southwest Cyclops. They're wearing their red jerseys with green numbering and yellow and orange trim. Today's referees, the officials are Dale Set, Phil Cloutier, and John Watson is the technical referee. Our starting goaltenders for the Lock Monsters, they're turning to the young netminder, first year in C-Lax. That's Doug Buckin, who wears 65. Doug, a Burlington Junior A Chief last year, and now a Niagara Lock Monster for the 2016 C-Lax season. On the other side of the floor, it's Grant Crowley. Grant Crowley came in support of Don Alton at the home opener just a week ago, but now he gets his turn to start for the first time this season. Face-offs won back, and now Southwest takes it behind their own net. With possession, Brian and Curran. Curran to the far side, and now Southwest coming up the middle of the floor. Miles, he sends it down to the far corner. Back up top, it's Dan Keene, 77. Dan Keene up top to Daly. Daly, he tries to push off his man. Houtby goes to the middle. The ball went in the net, but it's a crease violation, so we're scoreless just 29 seconds in. Lock Monsters with their first possession now. Ball comes to Dustin Gadd, number 89. St. Catharines Saint of the summer, going against his teammate, of Grant Crowley. A lot of saints on this team as the Lock Monsters get a great try on Grant Crowley, but a better right arm save. Here is Southwest now back up the floor. They go for a change on the transition. Here's Goss, 22 for Southwest. Back up top, Ward. Referee trying to get a shot clock to start. Over to Gageboard, up top. Long shot, and they score. They beat Buchan over the left shoulder, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Southwest Cyclops. So an outside shot, which beat Buchan, is our first goal of today's game here at the Syl Apps Community Centre. One other game on tap for today in C-Lax, and that's happening at the General Motors Centre in Oshawa, where the Durham Turf Dogs are playing host to the Oswego Demons. Durham will be home tomorrow as well at the General Motors Centre when they play host to the Barrie Blizzard. Now it's a battle right in front of the Lock Monsters bench, picked up by Krantz. They go to the far side, looks for a shot, better save as Doug Buchan went down and covered up the low 5-hole. Hard slash, Neufeld takes it, absorbs the slash, and now they get it deep. Lock Monsters looking to answer here. We've played a minute 35, only one goal coming, and that's credit to the hometown Cyclops. Shot picked up off the rebound, and out comes Southwest, 3-on-2 the other way. Here's the captain, Matt Spanger, a shot 5-hole, and Buchan goes down once again, takes away the shot. Doug Buchan looking up the floor, and he finds number 88, Tim Edwards. Couple of transactions that occurred today for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Jordy Derdick, the Welland, Ontario native, has been released from the team, and coming in his spot is a former Welland Warlord and teammate of Derdick, also from Welland, Ontario, is Andy Tober. Andy will wear 32 as the ball went through Reed, now to the far side, cutting to the middle, going out front of the crease for a shot, but Grant Crowley sliding to make the save. So 2.5 minutes gone. Ball's up top now, and they go down low to the near side corner. Ball up top. Back down low to the near side. Southwest moving and trying to cut it to the middle is Jordan Dance. Dance, 13, loses the ball, but it cuts up top. Dan Keene, 7 on the shot clock. Dan Keene spins away. Jordan Dance the shot. Toe save from Buchan. Loose ball in the corner here. That's Reed, number 17 for the Lock Monsters, trying to get that ball for Niagara. He can't. Picked up by Jordan Dance. DiFrancesco, number 32. Crease. They try to go a quick stick, couldn't connect, and now it's picked up in the corner. They get it up to Slade, number 22 for the Lock Monsters. Brandon Slade. Spinning away from traffic, Brooker Muir. He gets it up. For those who don't know, Brooker Muir drafted to New England and also plays hockey for the Niagara Whalers Junior A team of the Greater Metro Junior A Hockey League. But there, Lock Monsters get a shot, but the referees are calling timeout. We've played 3 minutes and 31 seconds, and it looks to be a penalty against the hometown Cyclops. So with 11:29 to go, Tynehouse and the Lock Monsters power play come to work here. So here we go. Power play for the Lock Monsters. Our first man advantage opportunity for both teams tonight. Back up top, Tynehouse, 18. Takes a shot and he scores. Outside rip will beat Grant Crowley. And only 9 seconds into the man advantage, the Lock Monsters get on the board and we are even at 1. Take a look at what just happened there on that goal. It was just a quick shot from the outside. Watch Tynehouse. He's 18. Just stepping in, running the power play, quarterbacking, just finds that shooting lane, and with a deadly outside cannon, that it just spells disaster for the Southwest Cyclops. Face-off one back. Corbett, number 33, took all the draws in the home opener on Saturday night here at the Syl Apps, and he's taken every single one so far. They go to the far side. Bouncer, that one's off the glass. Into the middle, picked up by Outby. Jordan Outby, number 25. Spinning away from traffic, going to his offhand. Absorbs another slash and dishes off, but he went over and back. And now a penalty coming, and I believe this time it's going against the Niagara Lock Monsters. delay a game penalty coming against the Lock Monsters, number 67, Joel Coyle. So Coyle in the box, delay a game minor. And our first power play opportunity for Dan Keene, Jordan Dance, DeFrancesco and his company. Corbett also on the power play. So here is the first power play opportunity for Southwest. Niagara, 1 for 1 tonight. Southwest, their first look. Ball's up top, they get it down. Dance up top. Go through Corbett, 33. Corbett, he looked for a shot, that's wide. Jordan Dance now, back up. Looks for the long shot, no one there. Back pass to Corbett. Dance wants it, but a shot. Better save coming from Doug Buckin. Backup netminder tonight for the Lock Monsters is the starter last game, and that's Connor Danko, the league veteran. Back up top, better save coming from Buckin once again. Good goaltending coming from the Niagara Lock Monsters tonight, and all campaign really, and all franchise for the Lock Monsters. They have Dave DeRusio, the Buffalo Bandit, as there's a shot. Gatt took that one off the right thigh. Bounces it off, and now it's back up top. Long shot, better save from Buckin. Buckin really finding his zone now and finding his groove as the Lock Monsters are trailing heavily in the shot category. I've counted 8-2, but the score is 1-1. Down low to the far side, just trying to kill off 30 seconds of the penalty. They go to the middle, tried to connect with number 16, and that is Corey Fowler. A lot of these players from the Lock Monsters played together in summer ball, as this league is very tight with a lot of players that know each other and know each other's games. Pike, 44. Dan Keene down low. Looks to the middle, they go behind the back, but Buckin read that one all the way and stepped to his right to make the shoulder save. With some speed, out comes Niagara. Niagara's got 10 seconds left in the minor penalty against 67, Joel Coyle, which is the delay a game penalty. Ball's down low in the corner, 12 seconds on the 30-second clock. Just killing off the clock, we're all even. Coyle's out of the box, 6 seconds on the clock, but now an interference call. So a penalty is coming once again as our official Dale Sett is sending another Southwest Cyclops to the penalty box. And now he's got another penalty, so a 4-minute power play coming for the Niagara Lock Monsters. The penalties are coming against Southwest, number 20, Patrick Miles, 2 for slash and 2 for unsportsmanlike, so a 4-minute advantage. Watch for Tynehouse here, number 18, to run this power play. Tynehouse down to Fowler. Fowler gets it back, number 16. Goes to the crease side. Crowley's there to make the save. Southwest, they need to get that ball over half and settle up here in the PK. Big battle right in front of the bench, and now Slade has it. Slade, he lost it though, but he gets it back and they go to the far side. Slade gets pushed from behind by Matt Spanger, absorbs the hit and gets it off to Brad Favero. Favero, Tynehouse back over. And now they get it up to Tynehouse, who winds and fires and scores right exactly from where he scored that first one. Watch this cannon from out top. You'll see it here. It's going to be just one of those cannons that you got to watch all game long. Tynehouse, he's just going to step into this one here. Here it is. They simply just come out on top. Tynehouse, top of your screen here, just looks and fires. And when he gets a few steps to shoot, an absolute cannon is coming. You can guarantee that. And so far, shooting percentage 100% for Tynehouse and the Lock Monsters on the power play. So 2 minutes remaining on the penalty now as the one penalty is expired. And the Lock Monsters go 2 for 2. Over and back violation on the Southwest Cyclops. And now the Lock Monsters take over possession. Here's Neufeld, number 9. Neufeld now looking. Gets it up to Fowler. Fowler down low. Tynehouse, who's got both Lock Monsters goal, comes on and sets up in his position. Looks for the shot, but he dishes off instead. Back up top, Fowler. Back pedals, looks for time. 7 on the clock. Over to Tynehouse, just couldn't connect with the pass. Loose ball picked up, and Southwest coming with space. 2 on 3 back. Jones Smith off the bench. Dan Keene coming off, but he's being bothered by Dumont. Over and back once again. And now it's possession in favor of the Lock Monsters. Quick break. They get it up the floor. Fowler with a quick shot, but a better save from the right arm of Grant Crowley. Nifty little dipsy doodle move there for Joan Smith. 91 for the Cyclops this year. That is Jordy Joan Smith. Southwest comes in on the penalty and they score. So on the goal, it is a 2-2 tie, and that's a short-handed tally. Take another look right here as they get it down the floor quick, and it's Jordy Joan Smith doing all the work to get the wide-open Cyclops player on the near side. So we'll pause right now. The score, it's 2-2 with 7:01 to go in the opening quarter. Back inside of the Syl Apps Community Centre, the score deadlocked at 2 as we finish up this brief media timeout. Great goaltending so far from the work of Doug Buchan. If you're just joining us here on the C-Lax League YouTube.com page, home of C-Lax Television 2, tonight's broadcast partner. So, as they get ready to start lacrosse action, a few in-house activities to deal with first.
Keep going here, Egg. Keep going.
But there's so many things to talk about coming from each of these teams as we look at the rosters. First for the visiting Niagara Lock Monsters, so many of these players playing together in summer ball, and so many of these players being drafted into the National Lacrosse League. A couple of key players so far to keep your eye on is Dustin Gadd. Gadd, who played his junior career with the Welland Warlords and the St. Catharines Athletics. Key defensive player. Sometimes jumps out on transition for the Lock Monsters. He's already blocked a few tonight. And that's why the score's 2-2. We're back underway. Ball comes up top, Daly. 27 has possession. Daly spins away from Edwards. He's got 12 on the shot clock, 26 to kill on the penalty. Buchan pushes his guy from behind, and they're going to call a penalty. So now, penalty coming as a checking from behind penalty is coming against the Niagara Lock Monsters. So the goaltender takes checking from behind penalty. That's Doug Buchan. Takes the 2-minute minor and puts this game back at 4-on-4 lacrosse.
Are they going to come right away if we get it?
We're back underway. Ball's up top. Jordan Dance with it. Dance. Looks for the shot. Better save. Rebounds up front, but it's controlled by Buchan. Buchan, he gets it up to Brooker Muir. Muir with some pace and speed. 2-on-2 comes back. Pace. Gets it up to Muir. Reed now cuts to the middle of the shot. That one's just wide and high. Down low to the corner. Cuts across and scores. The Lock Monsters, number 17, Zach Reed, puts it home. So it's 6:03 to go. Zach Reed makes it a 3-2 game. Face off now back at center floor. Loose ball battle, still trying to find that loose ball. Picked up. Corbett wins the draw, and now it's Jordy Joan Smith. Just gives it off to Corbett. Corbett taking his time and allowing Dan Keane to come on, and they'll get a full change. Coming on the floor now is Jordan Dance. Dance gets it up top. He's coming off the bench. Winds and fires is Keene. Arm save though. And the ball bounces all the way back to half. 1 minute on the power play for the hometown Southwest Cyclops. Both teams, of course, looking for their first wins of the seasons. They score, and now we're dead even at 3. Dan Keene makes it a 3-3 game. So that is a power play marker for the Southwest Cyclops. As with Dan Keene just sneaking to the middle, he's able to find some open room and tie this one up. So this time it's Nico Baudouin going to the draw against Corbett. Corbett wins it. Baudouin. He was a St. Catharines Spartan and St. Catharines Athletic. Also played some time for the Brock Badgers. That one's off a stick and out. Possession sticks with the Niagara Lock Monsters. Here is Niagara now. We have 5 minutes exactly remaining in the opening quarter. Ball down low. Trying to find some open space. Gets it up top. Good catch from Slade. Slade to the far side. Using a screen. That one's wide. No reset. Off the back wall. And here comes the captain, Matt Spanger. Spanger. Better save from Buchan. Rebound picked up, and they pull out for a full 30. Spanger's got the ball. Spanger's really tall, and he likes to use his speed and size to his advantage as Niagara gets pushed back in the crease. Possession stays with the Southwest Cyclops. Gage board, number 7, up top. Gets it across to Patton. Patton goes down low. Dan Keene comes on, and now they just bounce it across to Keene. Keene looks for the pass. He gets it back. Trying to keep Keene way up top. Keene, he gets pushed across. They go to the near side. Better defensive stick. And now, Tinehouse has got some time. He's being bothered though. Bounces out of his stick. Looking for it. But it's picked up by Miles, number 20. Coming on is DiFrancesco, number 32. DiFrancesco down low to Goss. 20 on the shot clock. 3-3 if you're just joining us here. There's a long outside shot. Buchan makes the save. Looking for that ball in the near corner. We have 20 on the shot clock. No one still found possession. Southwest still trying to battle and get a full reset. As they do, they find the possession and get the rebound recovery. So Board. Gage Board playing with his brother Reese Board this year on the Cyclops. Goes to the far side. Dan Keene cutting into the middle. He's been on for quite a while, and a behind the back beauty. Dan Keene absolutely shocks the crowd here and shocks us up in the broadcast booth. Behind the back, unbelievable shot to take the lead for the hometown Cyclops. Watch this one. Behind the back, under pressure, 3 Lock Monsters there. Just makes it look easy and makes it look like he's been doing those goals all year long. We're just 2 games in to this very early C-Lax season. Couple of games this weekend, 5 to be exact. The Niagara Lock Monsters, they'll be at home on Sunday afternoon. That game can be seen on C-Lax TV 2. They're taking on their home opener. Down low to the far side. Also a couple other games happening tonight. Durham, they're at home against the Oswego Demons. Demons are playing their 3rd game of the season tonight. They are 1-1. As they come inside again, and that time Buchan gets beat, but he had no help. So the score now 5-3 in favor of the hometown Cyclops. So they go back to the center dot, but what an interesting turn of events as all of a sudden it's 5-3 for the Southwest Cyclops. Couple of goals where Doug Buchan, the goaltender for Niagara, really didn't have a chance on. Patrick Corbett. Corbett, he gets pushed into the boards. Lock Monsters trying to find it, but here's Matt Spanger. Spanger coming in. Better right arm save, a confidence booster as the Lock Monsters show support for the goaltender Doug Buchan. Ball's on the floor, they're trying to find it, and they do give possession to the Lock Monsters. So Dance gets credit. Here's Andy Tober, the newly acquired Andy Tober. Played for the team a couple of years ago, and now he's back with the Lock Monsters. Released earlier today, veteran player Jordan Deredick. Deredick also played for the St. Catharines Saints, as now Phil Caputo sends his man to the floor. Southwest controlling again, delayed penalty coming in the back, and it's going against the Niagara Lock Monsters. Dale Sett has his arm up in the back. They get it up, Dan Keene. Dan Keene down low to the near side. Goes across. Buckins, he's trying to just sprawl out and get that loose ball, and he does. But a penalty coming, and it's going against the Niagara Lock Monsters. So with 1 minute 56 seconds to go into the opening quarter, Niagara back to the penalty box. This time, it's Dustin Gatt. Gatt goes to bound. 2-minute minor, and it's a checking from behind call. And Doug Buchan takes his first time going to get some water from the bench. Interesting to note, 2 different starting goaltenders for each of these teams. Last week, the Lock Monsters went with veteran Connor Danko, and for the Southwest Cyclops, they went to their starter, Don Alton. Alton, of course, very familiar with Six Nations, playing a lot of his career and his full junior career in Six Nations for the Rebels and Arrows. Back up top, power play coming. Dan Keene, he just scored the beautiful behind-the-back goal. Gets it down low. Keene winds and fires over the head of Buchan. Now they need a shot. That one's wide. 2 on the clock, and Southwest none able to find a shot on their first 30-second look on the power play. Here's Fowler. Fowler, he's trying to kill off some clock here as there's 1:20 to go, but they have 1:23 remaining on that penalty. The penalty is coming to Dustin Gatt. 15 seconds on the clock.
The score at the end of the first quarter is for Southwest Cyclops up 5-3 over the Niagara Lock Monsters. Make sure you catch our next regular season home game.
So at the end of the opening quarter, it's the Lock Monsters who trail the Southwest Cyclops 2 goals. The score, 5 for Southwest, 3 for the visiting Niagara Lock Monsters.
Emergency services appreciation night right here at Syl Apps Community Centre. Tickets starting for as low as $14.
So as mentioned, these 2 teams looking for their first wins of the season. Southwest coming into today's game 0-1 with the Lock Monsters, also 0-1. Only 2 games have been played by the same team, and that's the Oswego Demons. They're playing their 3rd game tonight as they're at the General Motors Center in Oshawa to take on the Durham Turf Dogs. So the Turf Dogs will play their home-and-home doubleheader tonight and tomorrow. Durham, they'll be playing at home tomorrow night against the Oswego Demons tonight and the Barrie Blizzard tomorrow night.
Simply a better way to learn. Learn more at academyoflearning.com. Fire Monitoring of Canada is the leader in fire alarm monitoring industry. We'll work closely with you to develop the best solution to your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians are qualified to perform the installation quickly and efficiently. Be sure to choose Fire Monitoring of Canada because saving time saves lives. Visit us at fire-monitoring.com. Fire Monitoring of Canada is the leader in the fire alarm monitoring industry, specializing in the early notification of fire alarm signals to the fire department. Our experienced customer service staff will work closely with you to develop the best solution for your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians will
Back inside the Syl Apps Community Centre, the score 5-3 as we're underway live here in the second quarter. Spencer Tangway to call today's game, along with the rest of the C-Lax broadcast crew here at Syl Apps. One other game on tap tonight, and that is Durham hosting the Oswego Demons. That's happening in Oshawa at the General Motors Center on C-Lax 1. Here's Corbett up top. Corbett taking a few slashes, no call though. Now they get it to the far side. Pass was intended for number 7 of the Southwest Cyclops, Gage Board, but he couldn't reach it. Now Dustin Gatt. Gatt comes into the middle. Bounce shot right into the stick of Crowley. Ball's up, pass just in the stick, couldn't connect though. As it's pretty much been a back and forth game until Southwest started to open up the scoring late in that opening quarter. Up top, long shot. Good save coming from Buckin. Goes to the far wall. Southwest now getting back on defense with the Niagara offense slowly coming out the front door. Here's Slade. Slade, number 22, gets it across. And now they have time. Up top, long shot. That's a good save. Now back up top. They get it through Reed. Zach Reed looks to the middle. They can't get it. Crease violation against the Lock Monsters. 13:33 to go here in the second quarter. Good crowd here on hand at the Syl Apps Community Centre. The second home game of the season. As last week, it was Southwest who fell to the Oswego Demons by a score of 15-13 here at a capacity crowd at Syl Apps. Hometown up by 2 though here, as we're still looking for our first goal of the second quarter. Tyhouse, he's got 2 for the Lock Monsters 3. He sets a good steal in the middle. With the ball though, couldn't get it up. Now Reed has it. Reed looks to Brooker Muir. Muir sidestep the shot, and Crowley has it in his pads, a save, and he controls. Crowley, one of the bigger goaltenders in this league this year, making his first start of the season. Exact same at the other end of the net. There's a shot, better save. Pushed aside into the corner. 2 Cyclops are there battling for it. In there to help. I believe that's Brooker Muir. Muir, number 58, he's being bothered, and now he has control. Out comes Niagara. Trying to pick that up. That's number 19 for Phil Caputo. Caputo, pass intended for Muir out of the reach, and they'll get a quick change on the way back. 12 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Here's Daly, 27, bounce pass to the near side.
Get out, Tober! Get out!
Battle up top. Looking for that loose ball and that look for Southwest. Still trying to find it. Southwest can't find a clear shooting lane. There's a save on the bounce shot. Doug Buckin makes the save. Buckin looks up the floor. That pass well out of the reach of Neufeld, and they'll have to reset on defense. Neufeld back now, trying to shove out the Southwest Cyclops. Southwest getting full change with possessions daily. That's going to be an over and back call. And Niagara takes over. Niagara, they'll get the ball at half on the over and back call. They send out Tim Edwards, Beaudoin also on the floor. And here's Coyle. Coyle. Up to number 57, Dylan Lord, the St. Catherine Saint, to Nico Beaudoin. Beaudoin. Spin move coming. They go to the net. Coyle couldn't get a good shot off. And back comes Southwest. Still looking for that opening goal of the quarter. We're 3.5 minutes in, and it's still 5-3. Jordan Dance. Dance to the far side. Gets it back up top. Here's Jordy Jones-Smith. There's a shot. Toe save from Doug Buckin. Battle in the corner. Full reset for the Cyclops. They're doing an excellent job getting those offensive rebounds. Niagara looking really slow on the defensive side of the ball. Down low to the corner. Ball comes up top. They can't get a good shot. Looks to go to the near side. Jordy Jones-Smith wants it, but he can't. Can't connect. Picked up by Heseltine. Dances his way to the middle. Can't get it. Back up top. Chance looks to the middle, one-timer. Almost a wrist shot attempt on the one-timer. Doug Buchan was there. They need a shot. That's going to get a reset. Loose ball picked up, and getting it is Tim Edwards, a newly acquired Tim Edwards for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Edwards up the floor to Brooker Muir to the crease, and they get a beautiful effort from Dylan Lord, just couldn't bury. 2-on-0 back the other way. Matt Spanger the shot, and he scores. Matt Spanger the quick look, 5-hole on Doug Buchan, and now they have a 6-3 lead, and they've doubled the Niagara Lock Monsters. So with the 6-3 lead, look at this one up the floor. They'll score, and it's all of a sudden a game has shifted in the way the visitors don't want to see. So with a 6-3 lead now, Niagara are going to change things up at the dot. Corbett is still taking every single draw for the Southwest Cyclops, but now it's Tim Edwards. Edwards trying to find a hole on Corbett. Looking for it. Trying to find that loose ball. Picked up by Southwest, and here they come again. Here's Bryden Curran, 79. Curran down low to the near corner up top, and that is number 33, Patrick Corbett. Down low, Corbett, he mans the top. Gets it to Curran. Curran, the right-handed shot. Bothered and pushed off the ball. Comes to the near side, coming on. They get a shot. Pike now playing back on defense, and Niagara coming out on the far wall. Andy Tober, 32. He just gives it off. Coyle wants it up top, and he gets it. Andy Tober using the seal over his head in the shot. That's wide, too. Picked up again. Nifty little move. That's Fowler going to the net, and he scores! Nifty individual effort from Corey Fowler. And all of a sudden, the Lock Monsters answer back quickly. So Lock Monsters, as we take another look at this goal, it's Corey Fowler on the far side. Just a quick little move to beat around the Southwest defender, and he went over the shoulder of the netminder, Grant Crowley. So we're on pace for another high-scoring game. Last week it was 15-13 in favor of the visitors. This time, home team has the lead. Bodwin, he gets it to Dylan Lord, back up top. That's Zach Reed. Reed, his family, very heavily involved in lacrosse, and they both played in Welland, Ontario. A lot of players on the Niagara Lock Monsters have worn the Welland Warlord sweater, and the other half have worn the St. Catharines athletic sweater, the double blue crew. Dan Keene, he's being bothered by Jordan Outby. Now here's Jordan Dance. Dance comes to the near side, gets it back. Ward back over to Dance. Now Dan Keene. Keene trying to use a seal. The pick and roll is not going to work. They need a shot. Only 2 on the clock. Long outside shot, and they score. Doug Buchan couldn't believe it. It may have went off his stick right in front of him, but at his 5-hole, and all of a sudden, that long shot makes it a 3-goal lead once again. Watch it here. Dan Keene's just up top, looking for some time and space. Finds it, and just a long outside blast. Thought he may have been going high, so Doug Buchan reacted high, and it went low between the 5-hole. So now here comes Dustin Gatt. Gatt opening up the floor. Gets it up top. Here's Brooker Muir. Muir and Gatt, they go through Tim Edwards to the far side for Tynehouse. Tynehouse couldn't get Dustin Gatt. Injured Southwest Cyclops player on the floor. Slow to get up to his feet. We'll give you an update on him. That actually may be Dan Keene. Try to get a better look for you. No, excuse me. Coming off the floor hurt for the Southwest Cyclops is Jake Kranz, but even though he's favoring his right foot, has to stay on defense. Here's Tynehouse. Tynehouse gets it down low. Niagara getting a late change. Caputo. Phil Caputo looking for some room, trying to find a good Tynehouse, the roll, and they score! The Southwest bench, Tony Carvello, the head coach, wanted a moving pick violation, but that time instead it'll be a goal for the Niagara Lock Monsters. We'll see, there's that moving pick they wanted right here as they come across the screen. Tynehouse a little active on the pick, but it's just a good hard seal, and that's going to make it a 2-goal deficit. So as we get the goal there, the goaltenders will come and get a quick water break here at the Syl Apps Community Centre. The score, though, Southwest 7 and the Niagara Lock Monsters 5. Couple of games this weekend as Spencer Tangway's here. That's me to call tonight's game. Durham, they're hosting tonight. That'll be their second home game of the season. Lots of lacrosse, though, this weekend still to come your way. Right here.
St. William's Nursery is Ontario's largest native plant nursery and is committed to biodiversity conservation. We offer a large selection of high-quality trees, shrubs, grasses, wildflower, and seed. And we take all from the source of data. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd for our annual spring public school. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, plant special facilities. Visit us at stwilliamsnursery.com.
The teams make their way back to the floor here. The goaltenders back in their respective nets. And we're almost set to get back underway. We've exactly played halfway through this second quarter. 7.5 to go. 7.5 through. It's a 2-goal lead for the Southwest Cyclops. Face-off underway and the whistle's blown. The ball's being battled for by Corbett and Tim Edwards. Edwards trying to find that loose ball, but it's Corbett winning another draw. Corbett gets it to the middle. Picked up by number 11. That is Ward. Ward looking to spin to the middle. Can't get it back. Up top with Jordan Dance. Dance spins and fires and they score. That's a heartbreak goal, and that might be one of those goals where you might see a goaltending change. They beat him low again. And the backup goaltender today is Connor Danko. Watch right here. Just a quick spin move from Jordan Dance. Goes to the right, spins to the middle, and when he does, quick release. And that release beat Doug Buchan. And what do you know? Connor Danko coming into the net for the Niagara Lock Monsters. So Buchan's night will be over for now. Buchan, of course, the draft pick of the Saskatchewan Rush in the National Lacrosse League. Went to camp, and now he's here in C-Lax, try to build his game and become a better netminder and hopefully play at the top level in the National Lacrosse League. So now with Connor Danko in net, the native of Fenwick, Ontario, who played his minor career in Welland, played his junior career in Welland and St. Catharines, also played for the Peterborough Lakers. Comes in net, his second appearance of this very early 2016 C-Lax season. There's a long blast. That's going to go back all the way to Connor Danko, but it's an over and back call. Very interesting to see how Connor Danko will react. They're down by 3. A very back and forth game with Southwest controlling this train and controlling where this game's going. So hopefully he can change things and change the momentum for Niagara as Southwest gets called for a penalty, and they're going to call out a penalty instead of just a moving pick call. Dale Sett thinks the interference was a little too much, so a penalty coming against Southwest, and that is number 27 of the Cyclops going to the penalty box. So with Daly off, an interference call. Tynehouse looking for the hat trick, would love to get one here. Go to work on the power play. Tynehouse, Fowler, Slade, and that may be number 7 for the Lock Monsters. Can't tell you. We'll try to get a look for you down low in the crease when he comes up top. Slade looks to find and fire. Greg Crowley read him like a book and makes the save. Curran picks it up on an injured player, and that is Phil Caputo. He's slow to get off for the Lock Monsters. Here comes Southwest now. Southwest trying to kill off the clock. Going to the net hard. Ball's through the crease. No shot coming, though. Danko, one of the smallest goaltenders in this league, but very flexible and agile, making those unbelievable saves. Only 30 on the clock now there was only 3 on the clock, but now there's 30. So Niagara sets up on the power play. Tynehouse will go off, and this will be the second unit with Tober. Tober to Fowler. Neufeld's up top now. Neufeld comes to the near side. Gets a load of Coyle. And he scores! Andy Tober on the fake shot. Absolutely fooled the netminder, and when he does, it's now a power play marker and a 2-goal lead for Southwest. Watch 32. One of the tallest players is going to be playing the crease. Looks to go far side, just comes back short side. And when he does, Crowley's already jumping and guessing at the other side. So the score 8-6 now in favor of Southwest. Face-off won, but a violation coming. So now, another penalty coming against the Southwest Cyclops. Dale said not letting these players play that much. Delay a game penalty coming. So Dale said, showing he's on the floor tonight. So another penalty against the hometown Cyclops. So here we go, we're back underway. Power play once again back on. They've been very good. Tynehouse, of course, he's had 2 power play goals. He wants another one, he's up top. Goes to the crease. That's pass was intended for Fowler, but he couldn't connect. Loose ball battle now. Going to be picked up by the Southwest Cyclops. With possession, they're coming out. Here comes Southwest. Better stick play coming off the stick of Caputo. They go to the near side for a shot. Trying to find that loose ball on the bench for Southwest. Wanted a through the crease call. Danko. He's now in the net if you're just joining us here on C-Lax 2 television. Slade down low to the crease. There's a shot. Better save by Crowley. And a crease violation, so Crowley takes over. Crowley looking all the way down the floor off the bench. Dan Keene. He had it, but he gets it taken out of his stick, and now Niagara coming back the other way. Niagara gets it down low to Corey Fowler. Fowler up top. Here's Tynehouse. Tynehouse looks to the middle. Low crease. Better save, though. And now it's a loose ball battle. Niagara tripped up the Southwest Cyclops player, but Dale Sett was looking the complete opposite way. Heltby goes to the crease. What a save coming from Grant Crowley. Grant Crowley slides across to his other side. Now it's up top to Slade. Slade to Caputo the shot, and Crowley once again makes the save. Crowley is looking down the floor, but he's not going to go. Now he stretches the floor all the way down. Matt Spanger's the lone Southwest Cyclops there, but he couldn't get it. Spanger's caught deep, and now Niagara's able to come out of their zone. So now, we're got a little confusion on the floor, and they're calling that Niagara Lock Monsters have a penalty coming as the gate was open on the change, and they're saying the gate was open too long. So a penalty coming, and it's going against the Niagara Lock Monsters. The officials here, of course, are Dale Sett, Phil Cloutier, and John Watson. So it'll be Neufeld going off to serve the minor for the gate violation against the Niagara Lock Monsters. Power play is over now, as there's only 17 seconds of 4-on-4 lacrosse to come. So now, Southwest goes to work on this quick 4-on-4, and then they're going to have a full 30-second power play. So Dan Keene, he gets it up top, and he's probably just going to kill some time and wait as it's 4-on-4.
He's making a bad call. He's got no idea what's going on out there.
8 seconds on the clock, and all of a sudden, it'll be a quick 5-on-4. Look for the Southwest Cyclops. Out of the box is Jordy Jones-Smith. He's out. 5-on-4 now. Power play. Connor Danko's first real work now is Dan Keene. He looks to shoot. They go to the crease. Better save from Connor Danko. They went down low to the crease. Danko looking up the floor. He's got no one there, so he just finds. That is number 17, and that's Reed. Reed, he gets pushed. 2 Cyclops on him. Dan Keene and Pike. Reed, he's pushed to the floor. Back comes Pike as Dan Keene settling up top, and he'll just control the ball. Niagara Lock Monsters chirping, trying to get a call as they want a door violation. Dan Keene up top, looks to shoot, down low of course, into the corner again. Corbett to Keene, there's a low shot, but Danko's there to make the save, and it's under him, right under his left leg, so another save. So now the ball's to the far side. Here's Out B. Jordan Elby, who wears number 25 for the Niagara Lock Monsters, loses it, but he picks it back up. He's trying to get it go right to the net. Outby to the net, the save coming off the pad of Grant Crowley. 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Good crowd on hand at the Southwest second home game of the season. And this time it's the Niagara Lock Monsters. Southwest, they'll return home on Friday, January 29th, a week tonight when it's the Barrie Blizzard in town. Back comes the Lock Monsters. Couldn't get it. They find it now in the far corner, picked up by Fowler. Fowler spinning away from traffic. We're all even. The minor penalty to the bench of the Lock Monsters and over. Neufeld dishes it off. He's coming out of the box. 15 on the shot clock. Long shot from Fowler's wide. Picked up by the reach of Andy Tober. Tober gives it to Coyle. Coyle winds and fires. That's wide again. This one's coming right back to Andy Tober. Tober's got 5 on the clock. Looks to feed it to the middle to Fowler. Picks it up. Tried to get a quick shot, but a shot clock violation against the Niagara Lock Monsters. Coming back the other way, it's Corbett. Corbett dishes it off to Goss, number 22. Blair Goss cuts to the sets a pick. Ball's up top, under a minute to go. Up top to Jacob Kranz. Still looking for their first goal against Connor Danko. They go to the net. That's a save off the shoulder. Full 30 coming, and they get a reset. 45 on the game clock, 28 on the shot clock. Ball's up top, back to Kranz. Kranz cuts to the net. That one's over the net, no reset. Spinning away, and now it's picked up by Fowler. Fowler's been on for a couple of offensive transitions here and needs a change. Gets it up top to Dumont. Dumont to Brooker Muir. Muir, number 58. Gets it down low to the corner. Muir cuts to the net. They only have 10 on the shot clock, 15 on the game clock. Tynehouse setting a seal. Can't get a roll, though. And now, great defense coming from Blair Goss. They need a shot. There's a save. Kicked into the corner. And now, with only 3 on the clock, they're just going to let the time expire. And that will be the end of the opening half. The score, the Niagara Lock Monsters 6 and the hometown Southwest Cyclops 8. So as the teams head off for the break, it'll be a 15-minute half, and we'll be back with second half action right here from the Syl Apps Community Centre.
I just told him to watch both fucking doors.
And make sure you stay your seat during halftime for some fun relay races. We got Team Cycle going against Team Louis.
When I called that penalty, that was the whole time Red had the ball. I was trying to get your attention to
St. Luke's National Centre is largest native plant wildflower, and seed, all which are garnered from a source identified as wild plants. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual spring garden expo, choose from a beautiful selection of species, plants, and personal present. Visit us at stnursery.com for details.
First, we have Team Willie. And then we have Team Cyclops. Let's hear it for Team Cyclops. How it works is Team Willie and Team Cyclops will start on the goal line. The first person will start wearing the Cyclops practice jersey. On my signal, you will both run to the lacrosse stick in front of you, and then you will grab the stick and spin it around 5 times. Once you're done spinning, you will then proceed to squeeze through the cone. Once you make it to the other end, you'll pick up the lacrosse ball and shoot the ball into the net. Once the ball is in the net, you must run back through the cones carrying the lacrosse stick. And once back to serve, you can pass the lacrosse stick and carry it to the next person on your team. And then you put the person on the stick and then start
Did the exact same thing to us in that exhibition.
Louis and Cycle will get anchors on both teams. Alright, let's have our queen clear right here. Alright, is everyone ready? On your marks, get set, go! It's time for Cyclops Mayhem! Come on, Cyclops! Be the GM of your favorite players while competing for weekly prizes. The GM with the most fantasy points at the end of the season will be taking home a 50-inch LED smart TV presented by Fire Monitoring of Canada. Sign up today at CanadianLacrosse.com and get in the game.
Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual Spring Public Sale. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, all at special wholesale prices. Visit us at stwilliamsnursery.com.
I feel like
Keane trying to find for that loose ball. Can't get it. Slade's also in there, but now it's picked up by Jordan Outby. Outby gets it up, coming off the bench and in the front door. Coming out is Brad Favero and also Andy Tober. Tober looks for it in the middle. He can't control. Now it's into the corner. Andy Tober, one of the tallest players in this league, and definitely the tallest player on the Niagara Lock Monsters. Long outside shot, right into the stick. Picked up, though, by Dylan Lord. Lord up top, Andy Tober. Tober just gets it up to Brad Favero. Brad Favero uses the roll, has Slade. Slade looks for the crease, gets it across, can't get a good stick on it. Andy Tober's coming in, and going to the floor is Brad Favero. Dylan Lord had some words to lock with the Southwest Cyclops in the backcourt. Coming back, better save from Connor Danko. So with the score, 9-7, Niagara trying to close that gap and make it a one-goal lead. Here's Brooker Muir. Muir, who could be playing hockey tonight for the Niagara Whalers, a part of the Greater Metro Junior Hockey League, is here tonight for the Niagara Lock Monsters, the draft pick of the New England Black Wolves, the newest franchise of the National Lacrosse League. Shot clock going to expire. They need a shot, only one on the clock. Can't find that loose ball, so Southwest takes it over. Southwest starts back in their own end, and here is number 27, Daly. Daly running it up the far side, gets it to Dan Keane. DiFrancesco comes on, off the arm. No reset, though. The referee didn't think that hit the netminder, but it looked like from the broadcast booth that hit Connor Danko. Looking for some time and space. They're trying to find an open Cyclops player. They set a seal and pick and roll on the far side. They get it to the middle. Couldn't connect for DiFrancesco. Trying to find that loose ball, picked up by Jordan Outby. And Outby running up the floor to the far side. Crosses it to Neufeld, the shot. That one squeaked through Crowley, but it just goes to the right of the net. Here's Outby. Outby to Neufeld. Neufeld, far side, east-west pass. Tim Edwards has it, couldn't connect in the middle, and now it's a 2-on-1. Neufeld's coming back to make it a 2-on-2. Corbett, he's running in, takes a couple sticks, and now a penalty against the Niagara Lock Monsters. Crowley's to the bench, 6-on-5 opportunity.
Their doors been open all shift.
Here's Keane.
Gotta watch their bench too.
Keane, they go up top.
Watch that high, Mitchie.
Up top again, Dan Keane looks to the low, can't get a pass across, and the shot's on the back of the net, so no goal, but a penalty coming to the Niagara Lock Monsters.
No goal on the plate. No goal.
Because they missed the net, you talk about it.
So it's Coyle in the box.
Hey, wait, need one. Hey.
Coyle, he's off for the Niagara Lock Monsters. And now the referee's with some confusion, trying to figure out what's going on here, and they blow it in. So now we're underway. Minor penalty against Coyle of the Niagara Lock Monsters.
Keep going, 8.
And now Dan Keane gets it up top. He's going to play catch, work the power play. Some movement in the middle, trying to clear shooting lane up top. There's a save. Danko makes the save. Very unorthodox style netminder. Is he smaller, but he likes to really make those big-time saves and take down the angles on the outside looks. They get it down low to the far side. Dan Keane looks to wind and fire. Danko's well out of his crease to make that save. Picked up, Dan Keane wants it back. Looks to shoot. Nifty behind the back pass, though. Danko's getting set. They are in the box formation on this PK. They go to the crease. That's way wide. Loose ball up top. They need a shot. Only 15 on the clock, though. Dan Keane settling it down. Corbett, he gets shoved off the man by Brooker Muir. A long shot coming. They go to the crease. That's not going to be connected. Trying to get it up to the near side. They can't. Corbett gets stripped. And now he gets it back. The only Cyclop there on that loose ball. Settling down on the offensive unit. They're on the power play for another 40 seconds. Up top, Dan Keane, quarterback in this power play, and the offensive unit for the Cyclops. Keane and Dance, they play catch. Goes to the crease. Better save off the left shoulder of Connor Danko. Thrown to the floor. Danko throwing a stick out there, and he's got possession. Danko looks to go down the floor. Interference could be called, but they just connect to Tober. Now it's one-on-one. Andy Tober spinning away from traffic. He's got 13 seconds of penalty time to kill. Tober, he gets tripped up and actually looks like he may have rolled his ankle, and he is injured. Andy Tober is definitely down, and he can just slowly walk off the floor. 3 on the clock. They need a shot. They're not going to get one here, and now shot clock violation against the Niagara Lock Monsters. Corbett. He's got it. Comes to the near side to the bench. And DiFrancesco's off. DiFrancesco goes to the far side. Southwest all off the power play now, and that's going to be a back over call. So now back over is the call. Lock Monsters pick it up. Here's Coyle. Coyle to Favero. Favero, who's up top, shoves off to Southwest Cyclops. There's an outside shot. Crowley's there to make the save. Southwest looking down the floor. That pass intended for Miles is out. Danko coming out, and he's just going to settle it down. Connor Danko gets the love and respect from the bench. Well-loved player on this team. He's a veteran. Been with the franchise ever since C-Lax started in Niagara at the Seymour Hanna Sports Complex. Currently the Lock Monsters, though, at the brand new Meridian Centre, which just hosted the 2016 IIHF Under-18 Women's World Ice Hockey Championship. Lock Monsters will return home to the Meridian Centre on Sunday afternoon for a 2 p.m. face-off. And that'll be their 2016 home opener. Lock Monsters started on the road in Oswego they started in Durham, and they fell to the Turf Dogs 14-13 in a barn burner last Saturday. Right now, they find themselves in a hole by 2 with Southwest going up the far side with the ball. That's the Cyclops number 7, Gage Board. Board, the transitional player for the Cyclops. Now they get it up to Kranz. Kranz down low to the far side. Goss gets it to the cross. Now they go to the middle. Can't connect. Picked up once again by Jones Smith. That's Jordy Jones Smith. Now it's Bryden Curran. Krantz looks for that shot well wide. Bounced off the dasher board, and a shot clock violation against the Southwest Cyclops. But with that, step aside for a quick break. The score, the Cyclops 9 and the Lock Monsters 7.
St. William's Nursery is Ontario's largest native plant nursery and is committed to biodiversity conservation. We offer a large selection of high-quality trees, shrubs, grasses, wildflower, and seed, all which are grown from a source-identified, wild-collected seed. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual Spring Public Sale. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, all at special wholesale pricing. Visit us at stwilliamsnursery.com for details. Fire Monitoring of Canada is the leader in the fire alarm monitoring industry, specializing in the early notification of fire alarm signals to the fire department. Our experienced customer service staff will work closely with you to develop the best solution for your specific monitoring needs, and our CFAA certified technicians are qualified to perform your installation quickly and efficiently. Be sure to choose Fire Monitoring of Canada because saving time saves lives. Visit us at fire-monitoring.com. Academy of Learning College has identified the gap between education and the stressors of the working world. We develop customized programs for each student at an affordable cost. Students can choose from over 30 diploma and certificate programs offered at any of Academy of Learning College's 17 Ontario-based locations. Simply a better way to learn. Learn more at academyoflearning.com.
Congratulations to Niagara 1981. Please come and get your services and pay your Cyclops prize.
I'd almost rather have the pole up.
If you guys would like, remember to visit our merchandise table in the concourse to take home some Cyclops or
Once you get on top of us, they're probably like lined up on us.
So it's Lock Monsters ball. The score 9-7 for the Southwest Cyclops. Spencer Tangway here to call today's game here on C-Lax League YouTube's Count, the official broadcast partner of C-Lax. Now it's down low to the corner. Niagara trying to settle it down. They get it up to Coyle. Coyle Dishes it off. They go to Neufeld. Low outside shots off the Cyclops leg, and that's picked up by Bryden Curran. Curran couldn't find it though, and now Niagara is able to control. Tim Edwards, 88 with it. Edwards finds that loose ball after being pushed off possession, but now Neufeld has it, and they have a full 20 on the clock. That pass was intended for Edwards. Bounce pass below his feet though, and now trying to find that loose ball. It's coming out with it is the Lock Monsters. They want to reset, but they're not going to get it. 5 on the clock. Down low, long shot right into the chest and logo of the netminder's jersey. Grant Crowley making his first start of the 2016 C-Lax season. Gets it up Edwards. Edwards spinning away from traffic. That's going right into the stick of Grant Crowley. Grant Crowley bounce pass to Daly. Daly looking for some room. Daly, he spins away from traffic. Cuts to the middle. Crease dive attempt, but Danko slides across and makes a save. Now the ball is into the possession of the Niagara Lock Monsters. Tim Edwards, he needs to get off for a change, and he does. Coming out for him is Brad Favero. Favero and Reed jump on the floor. Picking it up is Dylan Lord. Lord, he gets it up top to Slade. Slade, number 22, to Reed, who is wide open. Bare naked downstairs on the crease. Not one Southwest Cyclops was around him. Now he's being bothered, and that's a back-in call. Possession and momentum coming in favor now of the Niagara Lock Monsters, as we're under 4.5 to play here in the third quarter. Stick breaks for the Southwest Cyclops player. Brooker Muir, who wears number 58. They try to cut it in. Neufeld. Muir, he's up top. Brooker gets it across. There's a long shot. That went out of play off the brick wall behind the net of Grant Crowley, so that will be possession in favor of the Southwest Cyclops. Be sure to join us all weekend long here on C-Lax League for more broadcast of C-Lax Lacrosse. 3 more games still to come this weekend, as Barrie will play host to a game on Sunday afternoon, as well as the Niagara Lock Monsters. Niagara's hosting their 2016 home opener at the Meridian Centre. And of course, doubleheader tomorrow, as it's the second part of the Durham Turf Dogs home and home. 2 home games in 2 days for the Durham Turf Dogs, as now it's Neufeld. Neufeld for the Lock Monsters. Not a lot of goals in this third quarter. The score 9-7 in favor of the hometown Cyclops. Coyle goes to the far wall. Tynehouse, he's been very quiet since that first 2 goals he scored, and they were the first 2 for the entire Lock Monsters roster. Shot, better save coming from the netminder. Down low, picked up, rebound recovery, and now it's back up top. Here's Coyle. Coyle, 67, comes to the near side. Neufeld, long shot, but in there to make the save is the netminder, Grant Crowley. So Crowley really starting to pick up his game and make a little run here for the Southwest Cyclops, as they have one of their first few offensive sets of the quarter. Couldn't connect and couldn't get a good stick on it was number 11, Cody Ward. Here's Pat, number 3. Patton, swim move fake. Now it's up top. Spanger wants it, but he can't get open. Good pressure and coverage from Tim Edwards. There's a long shot off the dasher board. Spanger looks to shoot, but the shot clock siren beats him. Here comes Niagara back out the front door. They're starting to set up on offense now. Slade goes to the middle, dishes off. Neufeld to the far side. Dylan Lord can't get it, and now it's Bryden Curran. Curran, number 79, gives it off to Matt Spanger and gets out for a change. Spanger gets pushed over. Great possession and great heads-up play from Reed, who comes the other way. Reed looks to go to the middle, can't get an open and can't get past Matt Spanger. Now they tried to find Nico Baudouin, but he couldn't get it. And now it's in the possession of the Southwest netminder. This has been a very back-and-forth lacrosse game here. Winter ball action here in C-Lax at the Syl Apps Community Centre. The score, 9-7 in favor of the Cyclops. Looking for that loose ball. It's controlled by Southwest, and they get it up top to the far side. Looks to just get an open man. They come. Here is the long shot off the crossbar and beat Danko, but it did not beat his friend the crossbar, and it stays in play. Possession, though, as it hit the roof, goes to the Southwest Cyclops, and it's Ward. Coming up top. Gets it to Heseltine. 14 for the Southwest Cyclops. That is Brady Heseltine. Tried to go behind the net and on the back of Connor Danko, which is not allowed in minor lacrosse in Ontario, but it is allowed in C-Lax. Couple of different rules, of course. The big one is that you're not able to play offense. Defense as Tynos came in, trying to find his third of the game. That was picked up by number 19, Phil Caputo. Caputo and Tynos, they are working, trying to find a pick and roll game. Now it's strong side for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Go to the left side. Here's the right-handed shot. Tynehouse with the blast, and he scores. That's his third of the contest, and all three outside goals, an outside blast. Take another look here. It's Tynehouse, number 18 for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Wants it. He's looking for it on the far side of your screen there. Watch when he just steps around the seal and just on the leashes over the left shoulder. So with 36 seconds to go, the score is now 9-8, a one-goal difference. Connor Danko steps out of his crease, goes back in, and now he has full possession. Last chance effort here for the Lock Monsters. Coming in, can't find it, and they score! Tim Edwards beats Grant Crowley, and all of a sudden we're tied at 9. What a little individual effort here. Watch right now as we see what a goal and what a game-changing goal. It's Edwards just finding an open space, and when he does, quick release. And now they still have time to put another one home. 22 seconds remaining in a deadlock game at 9s. Edwards wins the draw. Flip pass. Edwards gets it back, but he couldn't control. Loose ball battle behind the net of Crowley. Tim Edwards is the lone guy that looks like he has possession. Battling for it. And now we may actually have an interference call. Possession, though, in favor of Southwest. They get it up the floor. 3 on the clock. Corbett wants a shot. And a penalty coming. Something the Cyclops hoped would happen if they didn't get a goal, and they drew the penalty. So Niagara heads to the penalty box at the end of the third quarter, but at the end of 45 minutes of play, it's 9-9 right here at the Syl Apps Community Centre.
Saving time saves lives. Visit us committed to biodiversity conservation. We offer a large selection of high-quality trees, shrubs, grasses, wildflower, and seed, all which are grown from source identified and seed. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual spring public sale. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, all at special wholesalers. Visit us at St. William's Nursery. A copy of many colleges have identified the gap between education and the stressors of life. They develop customized programs for each student. Students can choose from 30 diploma and certificate programs benefiting any of Academy 17 Ontario-based locations. Simply a better way to learn. Learn more about Academy.
So it's something all lacrosse fans want to see, and that is a game to remember. This has been one of those games. We're tied at 9 through 45 minutes of play here at the Syl Apps Community Centre. Spencer Tangway alongside the rest of the broadcast team up here in the booth at the Syl Apps Community Centre, home of the Southwest Cyclops. We're 15 minutes away from determining this game and who will become the first team to win in this season. Niagara 0-1, Southwest 0-1. And this is Niagara's second road game, while Southwest has only played in their home barn. Trying to find that loose ball off the draw. Looks like it's going to be controlled by Niagara, but now it's a battle for it in front of today's technical referee. Picked up by Coyle. Coyle's got some room. He's coming in, and he gets pushed to the ground. No call, though. Loose ball controlled by Southwest, and here they come back in on the bench. Curran rolls it to the far side, and is picked up by Patrick Corbett. Corbett, who takes the draws, just dishes off, and now he's on offense with Dan Keene up top. They go to Jordan Dance. Dance across to Corbett. Corbett to Dance. Nice offensive rotation here from the Southwest Cyclops, really opening up some lanes for Jordan Dance and Dan Keene up top. They go to the middle. They go over top of Connor Denko, and they score. 10-9 the score, and what an offensive set there for the Southwest Cyclops. Watch this one again. They really pull out the defense. They get them kind of sinking, but right when they get the ball moving nicely, they open up that crease shot and right up and over the netminder of Connor Danko. Danko did everything he could to get a stick on that, but they went right over top of the netminder. Connor Danko, of course, as I mentioned earlier, one of the shorter netminders in this league. Standing tall, only about 6 feet, whereas Grant Crowley at the other end is about 6'4", one of the bigger netminders. Here comes Niagara to Reed. Zach Reed pushing in his man, and a penalty coming. It's a holding call going against Southwest. Danko's to the bench. Tinehouse is out, settling down 6-on-5. Up top, Favero has it. Tinehouse rips in one, and that's off the crossbar and out of play. But a holding call coming against the Southwest Cyclops. The penalized player is Southwest number 79, and that is Bryden Curran. Tinehouse has the ball up top, and we're back underway. Tinehouse gets it down low to Fowler. Fowler, the right-handed shot. They're strong right here with 3 right-handed shots to Fowler, and they score! Before the announcer could even announce the penalty, they put the penalty off the board, and now we're deadlocked at 10. 10-10 in the score. As here's what happened there. The quick power play look for the Niagara Lock Monsters. They just start cycling the ball, and they open that quick lane for Corey Fowler to walk right in from the top. So quick rotation and a quick goal. And all of a sudden, we're tied at 10. Face-off one back by Southwest, but Reed plows right over Curran, who just came out of the box. Still looking for that loose ball. It's going to be picked up by Matt Spanger. Spanger has full control, settling it down on the defensive side of half. Up to Jordan Dance. Dance looking to go to the middle. Fakes a shot, and he scores! Long outside blast, beats Connor Danko, as Danko wants that one back. Danko really thought he had that one low, as this is the 11th goal now. As we take a look, as it's just a quick release through the traffic, and it went on the left side of Danko, right under his left pad. So that outside blast through the screen, Danko may not have caught it at the last second, and it's behind him for a 1-goal lead once again. Corbett wins the draw, and now it's picked up by the Niagara Lock Monsters. That's Dustin Gatt, number 89, in there helping Brooker Muir. Gatt and Muir, the only 2 Lock Monsters in there. Also now we have a 3-on-3 battle right in front of a few fans that brought some green and yellow signs to tonight's game, supporting their hometown Southwest Cyclops. Picked up by Dustin Gatt. Battle continues now in front of the corner, and now Southwest has possession. They flip it up. Here they come again. Krenz comes in hot. No shot, as that's wide of the net. Danko tried to step out and give some help, but that's right in the possession of the Lock Monsters. Stretching the floor, couldn't connect with Brooker Muir. And Matt Spanger just has it. Matt Spanger, they get it to the middle of the floor. Here comes Southwest back the other way. Patton spins away from trouble. Muir's the only one applying pressure. Muir keeping Patton to the outside. They get it up though to DiFrancesco, number 32, the left-handed shot. Far side, long blast, but a penalty's coming, and it's 2 penalties actually. Both teams are sending a man off. Muir is going to the box, and so is Patton. They're going to each get slashing violations. So with Patton and Muir off, we'll play 5-on-5 lacrosse. Excuse me, 4-on-4 rather. 4-on-4 lacrosse. Muir and Patton each gets 2 minutes for slashing with 11:58 to go here in the final quarter. Here's DiFrancesco. Finds that loose ball, gets it up front. Danko jumps across, makes the save. Loose ball picked up though, and now it's down the floor. Picked up by Coyle. Coyle settling it down, jumps to the middle, and he can't beat Grant Crowley. Here comes Southwest. Southwest now with the ball. DiFrancesco gets it up top, right in front of the broadcast booth. That's number 13, Jordan Dance. Dance looking for some open man. Dance comes in, up and over top of Danko, and they score. Connor Danko is absolutely outrageously furious with the official of Dale Set, thinking there should have been a crease call, but they're not going to call it. Connor Danko absolutely losing his mind right now at Dale Set. No call, so it stays a goal, and now they're up by 2. 12-10 the score. Watch this one right here again. They get it down low, and watch for the crease. See if we can get a look at it here. They go over top of Danko. That was Jordan Dance doing the effort. So we think it could be a crease call. The referees are going to come together and talk about it, but they're going to count it. That one is going to be a goal, no problem. Connor Danko thought it went in the net, but he thought he went in the crease first. So, face-off won back by the Lock Monsters. Tim Edwards has it. Edwards to the near side. Trying to just set up on offense and get back in this game of the Lock Monsters. They go to the far side. Here is number 22. That's Brendan Slade. Slade, the long blast coming from the top. Picked up, and they keep it onside. 5 on the shot clock. Another long blast. That's well wide of the net. Fowler couldn't pick it up, and they got to get all the way back. Here's the captain, Matt Spanger. 1-on-1. They have Connor Danko a little bit rattled right now. They're trying to make him pay and make it a 3-goal lead, but now it's the Lock Monsters who take it over. Brandon Slade, who appears to be a scratch on my roster, but he's been playing all game long. They couldn't connect for Jordan Houtby. Houtby, he's got it. Battle in the inner quarter, goes to the middle. They couldn't get anything off it, no shot. Now they get a shot, but a penalty coming, and it's going against the Southwest Cyclops. Long blast there, and it's a shoulder save. Picked up, need a shot, and a shot clock violation, but it's a penalty coming against the Southwest Cyclops. So once again, the penalized player, he's a very familiar player in that penalty box tonight, and that is Jordy Jones-Smith. He's been in there a few times, and now he takes an illegal cross-check penalty. Jordy Jones-Smith in the box. Tynehouse up top at half with the ball, and all of a sudden we have a 12-10 game, a power play for the Lock Monsters. Lock Monsters trying to pick up their first couple points of this campaign. They're 0-1, and so are the Southwest Cyclops. Back comes Southwest, but he's tripped up on the play. Spanger's got it, and he's got some room, a 2-on-1. Favero's pressuring, though, and Spanger's just going to kill some time. Matt Spanger goes to the middle. The shot Off the post, but Danko is able to sprawl around and make the save. Back comes Niagara. They do a little bit of a hidden ball trick, but it stays on the near side. Denfrewel, Grant Crowley. Through Fowler, down low to the crease, they go. Better save from Grant Crowley. Up in the air. That's sent down the floor. Daly. Danko's out of his net. They got to get it to the middle. Streaking in behind the back shot. Better save from Connor Danko. Danko stepping out to have some words and set a seal. But Curran steps to his left and gets around Danko. Back comes Niagara. Halfway through the power play already. The score 12-10. They need some goals. Coyle goes to the far wall. Down low into the corner. Back up top. Outside shot from number 9. That's Brian Neufeld. Played some time with the St. Catharines Athletics. Gets it to the middle. They come and they score! Connor Danko sprawled out to make that save, but they go between his legs. And that is a 5-hole goal and a short-handed tally. Watch this transitional effort here. Cyclops really doing a good job moving the ball up the floor. They get a quick change, but when they do, watch this open space. They just quickly get it right off the bench, and they find number 13. And that's Jordan Dance, who's been an absolute threat for them all season long. And he's got 3 or 4 goals tonight. I lost count, but I'm pretty sure Dance has 3, possibly 4. So now it's Edwards going to the draw again. Edwards picks it up. And actually, the announcer just announced that's his 5th goal of the game. So Dance picks up his 5th goal of the game with the assist coming to number 20, Patrick Miles. So Dance from Miles, that's 6:38, short-handed tally. Penalized player Jordy Jones-Smith is about to come out of the box. Niagara just trying to get it down low to the crease. Coming out of the box, Jordy Jones-Smith gets it back, and now it's a foot race for it. Niagara's able to stay. No, they don't. They have to go back, as now it's picked up by Jordy Jones-Smith. Here's Jones-Smith. They go over top of Danko. That's off the crossbar. No goal. Battleford, good hit. No call, and they pick it up again. Here's Gage Board. Now it's down low to the corner, back up top. They have 15 on the clock. With the ball's Dan Keene. Keene winds and fires, he doesn't shoot. Up top to Board. Board shoots, that's why. Delayed penalty coming. Lock Monsters heading to the penalty box. And now it's blown dead. Minor penalty coming against number 18 for the Lock Monsters. That's Brendan Tynhouse. So with the score 13-10, a power play coming for the Cyclops will step aside. You're watching today's game action here at the Syl Apps Community Centre.
Customer service staff will also be able to provide the best solution for specific monitoring needs and double-A certified technicians will perform installation quickly and efficiently. Saves lives. Visit us at St. William's Nurseries, Ontario's largest nursery, is committed to biodiversity conservation. We offer a large selection of high-quality trees, shrubs, grasses, wildflower, and seed, all which are grown from source identified. Visit us on May 2nd and 3rd at our annual Spring Public Sale. Choose from a beautiful selection of species, all at special wholesale pricing. Visit us at St. William's Nursery.com for details.
Back inside the Syl Apps Community Centre. That'll be your last TV timeout for today's game. 7 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. 3-goal lead for the hometown Cyclops, and they're on the power play. There's a shot. Wide off the dasher board. Now it's picked up by Brooker Muir. Muir for the Niagara Lock Monsters gets it down low. Mir, one of the youngest players at C-Lax. He's just 21 years of age. Also 21 in this game is the netminder for the Niagara Lock Monsters, Doug Buchan, who got pulled halfway through today's game after allowing 8 goals on approximately 26 shots. We don't know the official tally, but those numbers are estimates. Danko stepped in and has been playing well for the Lock Monsters. Pike gets it down low and he gets it back up top. There's a shot. Better save from Connor Danko. Now it's coming to the near side, picked up by Dustin Gatt. Gatt with some speed. He weaves through Patrick Corbett. But now he's caught up on the turf. Here comes Southwest back the other way. The breakaway shot. Danko slides a save and slides across to make that save. Onto the bench, picked up by Jordan Houtby. Streaking in, he can't get it through the middle. We have 5 minutes, 43 seconds to go. 30 seconds left in the minor penalty to the Niagara Lock Monsters, Braden Tinehouse. Back comes Southwest. Very fast-paced lacrosse now. Shot, toe saved by Danko. Kicked aside into the corner. Picked up by Brennan Slade. Slade, he's being bothered by, and now Patton controls. Patton with 10 on the power play. Sets it up. Gets it up top. Daly. Daly down low. Back up top. Miles. Miles, he's been dishing a lot of passes tonight, and he's got a few assists. Miles gets it up top. There's a shot from Dan Keene, Curran, number 79, not 77. There's a long shot, that's well wide. And a shot clock violation as Patton just gives it to the Niagara Lock Monsters. Tinehouse is out of the box. Come to the near side. Now down low into the corner, Lock Monsters set up on offense. There's a shot that whistles wide off the dasher board and back up top. Picked up by Zach Reed. Reed, the native of Welland, Ontario. We mentioned earlier in this broadcast how well these players know each other and how many of them have played together in summer lacrosse back in their junior days. And even, whereas we know some of these players playing senior B lacrosse, some of them playing major senior and even pro. 18 on the clock. Ward gets to number 11. He goes to the far side. Heseltine gives it back to Ward. Ward looks to shoot. That he will beat Connor Danko, an outside blast. And now the lead stretched to 4. 14-10 the score. Here's the look at that outside blast once again. It's Brady Heseltine opening up some work and doing some magic on the far side, the left side of your screen. So now he's just going to simply step around, use the seal to his advantage, give it back, and when he does, watch for the outside shot. Right here, just one step, quick blast. Danko, you see well out of his net, but he can't get the right arm on it. So Connor Danko trying to settle his team down and settle himself down as he's led now in 6 goals. Coming back the other way, they can't beat Grant Crowley. Crowley's been absolutely fantastic in this later part of tonight's game. Here comes Southwest. That's Curran. Curran, number 79, gets it up top. And now it's Jordan Dance. Dance. Simply trying to find it. Finding some room. Dance gets it up top behind the back pass to Curran. Couldn't connect. Picked up by the Lock Monsters, and they're just going to get a full change. Coming out the front door, 4 fresh legs. 8 fresh legs, rather, I should say. 4 fresh bodies coming for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Here's Neufeld. Neufeld getting it up to Coyle. The blast. Twist shot right into the stick of Crowley, who goes down to make the save. Grant Crowley stepping to his left, goes to his right, makes the pass. Here comes Jordy Jones-Smith, loses it. Back comes Niagara. Tim Edwards. Edwards in his first game gets around the netminder, but he can't beat the post. Everything just going in favor of Southwest right now as Niagara unable to beat Grant Crowley. Neufeld picks it up, looks for Edwards down low. Edwards has it. And here's 88. They need a shot. They have 22 on the clock, but only 2:45 to go in today's game. Down low into the corner. They backpedal. Back up top. Cross. Trying to find that loose ball. Outside blast. Tim Edwards bounces it off the wall. Running into his man, allowing Edwards to pick it up. They need a shot. 3 on the clock. That one will not get a reset. 1 on the clock. And that will do it for a shot clock and a violation coming against Niagara. Neufeld, he's caught on defense. And he's caught in the neutral zone. They get it to the middle, but Dan Keane couldn't get it. Danko has it, and that's actually in the net, but no goal. Crease violation against the Southwest Cyclops, number 32, Di Francesco. So the next home game for the Southwest Cyclops will be 1 week from tonight, Friday, January 29th, when the Barrie Blizzard come to town to take on the Cyclops. Right now, Danko's out of his net, but he's going back in. So a short 6-on-5 stint there for the Niagara Lock Monsters. Ball comes to the near side, right in front of the Lock Monsters bench. Danko's back in the net. Daly has it. We're under 2 minutes to play, 1:40 exactly. Danko steps out to set a seal, but now Favero's in there, and Daly's helmet's actually coming off. They come across the crease, and no goal. Crease violation against Southwest. Danko, the very active netminder, gets lucky there as Phil Caputo. Danko off to the bench. There's a shot. Better save by Grant Crowley. Crowley standing very tall to the task. Up top, here's Reed the blast. That will beat him, and they score. 14-11, the goal from Zach Reed. Take another look at this one here as we see Zach Reed just finding some time and space up top of your screen. Just leans into this one, a full outside blast, and that's been the goal that we've seen beat most goaltenders in today's game. A lot of outside shots that have resulted in goals. But with 6-on-5, Danko's going to remain off the bench, or on the bench, excuse me, and off the floor. So now they give it immediate possession to Southwest. Corbett's coming in, a better kick save by the defender. And that is number 25 for the Lock Monsters, so a good kick save with no pads on. That's Jordan Helpy. 1 minute remaining in today's game. Southwest up by 3. Spanger bounces it. They're trying to kill some time without going over and back. So these two teams will meet again Sunday at the Meridian Centre. 2 p.m. start, but right now we have to finish this one. We're under 30 seconds to go. They're just going to throw that one off the dasher board. Danko's out of his net. They go to the far side, trying to find that loose ball. There's a shot. Better save by Grant Crowley. And Crowley has the ball. Crowley could throw that in and try and go for the goal. He doesn't. He's just going to simply get it up. Miles. 20 seconds remaining in today's game. Miles. He's being bothered by Favero. Miles and Favero. Danko's going to run back on the floor, but they're not even going to try. Miles just needs to kill 5 more seconds, and that will do it. Lock Monsters are going to fall to 0-2. But now Curran's having some words, but the referee's in there. Southwest is going to get their first win of the season and go 1-1 on the campaign. Niagara, they'll be in the bottom, sole possession of the basement spot, last place with a record of 0-2. So once again, as I mentioned, these two teams will meet Sunday afternoon at the Meridian Centre for a 2 p.m. start time. The Lock Monsters and the Southwest Cyclops right here on the very same C-Lax 2. Game time, 2 p.m. from the Meridian Centre. We thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast of this regular season game between the Cyclops and the Lock Monsters. Spencer Tangway here, signing off, saying thank you, and we'll see you at the Meridian Centre Sunday for a 2 p.m. ball drop.